Hello, everyone, and welcome to another book review in Alex's reading room. Let me adjust my camera. Today, we are going to be reviewing a book called The Machine Stops by E.M. Forster. This is a very interesting book. It was written in 1909, and let me just read you the very short thing on the back of the book. It says, "We created the machine to do our will, but we cannot make it do our will now. It has robbed us of the sense of space and the sense of touch." Very, very interesting. So I'm going to get on with the age rating. First of all, this is only 76 pages. Super fast read. You can definitely read it in one day. I think I may have just read it in 2 days just to split it up. But this is also including, like, it's got pages with illustrations, okay? Awesome illustrations, by the way. They're done by Drew Hill. And it's also got plenty of pages with, like, with just, like, very little text on it. And, like, yeah. So, it's really not a long book at all. Now, as far as age rating, I have rated this as 0 out of 10 or 0 out of 3 on sexuality, a 0 out of 3 on language. I don't recall if there's any substance, so I've put a question mark, but I'm pretty sure it's 0. In fact, I'm just going to put 0 in it. And death and injury, I am going to put 1. It's definitely a 1 out of 3. Making this book appropriate for ages 9 and up. It's also not an advanced read. It's a fairly simple read. As far as critique, I give this book a 7 out of 10. It is good, very interesting, thought-provoking, but not excellent, not great, not amazing. Definitely recommend, but not super recommend. You know what I mean? Okay. Gosh, there's so little to discuss about this book. This is going to be a short review, but I want to get into spoilers a little bit. The book is set in a machine that's basically taken over the entire world. This book was written in 1909, and Forster actually predicted things like video chat. It's crazy because, so in this story, people live in these own personalized pods, and their sole duty is to produce ideas. They're supposed to talk to each other, and they're supposed to produce ideas. And it's crazy because, like, the pod provides everything for you. It gives you things to eat. It bathes you and everything, and you don't have to move. You just sit in your chair the whole time, and you have no idea what time it is, and what is day or night or anything like that. It's just when you're sleepy, you turn off the lights in your pod, you go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you turn them on. And it's just so fascinating. I think, like, it provides everything for you, but what happens when it stops working? And this book, the whole book is the exploration of that. I mean, the title is The Machine Stops. What happens when it stops working? And very interesting to think about. It also predicted air travel, like international air travel, although in the book it's done with Zeppelins, I think, like automated Zeppelins. But crazy how he was able to predict some of these things. And yeah, I have to recommend this book because it's the sacrifice in time that you spend reading it is totally worth it. It's so small compared to the enjoyment that you can get out of it. And that can't be said about all books, because some books are just, like, good but not great, but then they're huge books. And I'll probably eventually get into that when I when I review The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, because that's a huge book, and I'm trying to find... Oh, yeah. 613 pages. Huge investment of time in order to read that book. But this is like nothing. You can read this in 1 or 2 days, no problem. And so I've got to recommend it. It definitely says a lot about our current society, even though it was written more than 100 years ago, 115 years ago. So that's really all I have to say. If you have any thoughts about this book, please let me know. I would love to read your thoughts. And if I got the age rating wrong by any chance, I think everything should be right, but if I got that wrong, please let me know. I'm always looking to make my age rating as objective as I can. Even though the final rating is very subjective, the rationale behind it should be very objective. With that, I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more book reviews. But that does it for this one, so I will see you in the next book review.